Very low self-esteem, but this huge success was going on outside, and it just collapsed my brain.
Volvemos a Londres, la ciudad donde Ed Sheeran, en un reel muy especial, nos enseñó la pasada temporada que teniendo referentes, tú puedes convertirte en referente para muchos. Hoy he quedado con alguien que ha cambiado la música pop. Ídolo de millones y de tantas generaciones.
I need something that would make an impact, because, you know, I don't get to sit on my laurels anymore. In my imperial, I like to call it my imperial phase, where I released song after song after song that just went to radio and they would play it, and sort of, I'm in a different phase now. I'm a 42-year-old pop star. That's old for being a pop star. And I need something that would make an impact, that wouldn't be ignored. And I have a track called Party Like a Russian, and the lyrics in it make you think. The video is a great video.
Sí, es muy gracioso.
Well, thank you. Directed by a guy called Vaughan Arnell that I've worked with a lot in the past, who I love. So we thought we'd release Party Like a Russian because it wouldn't go missing. You know, it would definitely make an impact, and an impact is something that I need to make these days. You know, it's, the job is getting more difficult as I get older.
¿De verdad lo crees?
Yeah, because being a pop star is a young person's profession, and music traditionally has always been for young people, and I see the life of a pop star, if you're lucky to remain and stay around, it's pretty much like a footballer. Yeah. You know, if you're a footballer and you're 37, you're doing well if you're still playing. And I think it's the same for pop stars. You know, I'm a pop star, that's my job, but I'm 42. So, yeah, I just need to play my cards the best way I can.
No hay nada más satisfactorio y a la vez difícil que reinventarse. Robbie en The Heavy Entertainment Show lo ha hecho. Ha saltado al vacío experimentando nuevos roles, nuevos sonidos y queriendo aferrarse a una forma de ver la vida que le aleje de los excesos.
I am what I am at the time that I am it. You know, I'm still alive, which is a miracle. And I'm a father of 2. And I'm married. And I have given myself to that process completely. And that process has given me 1,000 million-fold back in return. But during that process, you know, you mature, you get older. Also, you know, like with partying and going out, I can't do the time. There's the saying in English: if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Did you say that in Spain? Well, it's a similar thing. As I just can't do the time, so I just don't do the crime anymore. And I have a responsibility to my children and to my wife, and that's why I'm here doing an interview with you today, hoping that my album's a success.
La experiencia de Robbie Williams con el misterio es impresionante. Sobre todo, es un gran amante de los ovnis y del fenómeno extraterrestre. Alguien que, por cierto, pensó en dejar la música para dedicarse por completo al estudio de los ovnis, llegando a querer comprar una isla para crear un centro de avistamientos ufológicos.
I've seen one.
¿Tú has visto uno?
Yeah. It was 10:30 at night on a sun lounger like this, and I'm just looking up at the stars, and then it was the size of, I would say, the penalty box in a football, about that big, and it just was silent, and it was about 70 feet above me, and it was black underneath, and it was just there, and then it went off.
Rápidamente.
No, just didn't make any noise, it was just like there, and then just wandered off of its own accord, quite slowly. But I've had a few sort of weird things like that happen through my life, but that was the one that I'm like, oh yeah, and I want to see it again. I want to see something like that again.
Yo también. Yo sí creo que hay vida extraterrestre. Obviamente yo creo en otras vidas, en otros planetas, porque pensar que somos los únicos aquí en este planeta es muy... Sí, egocentrista. Creo que tal vez podríamos ser nosotros mismos viajando desde el futuro para observarnos.
Hey, listen, maybe none of this is real. It's all a hologram, and those are the technicians coming to fix the hologram. Who knows? There's many different theories. Because like when I was a kid,
es espectacular.
Well,
¿no?
when I was a kid, I used to think that it was little green men from another planet, but now I'm thinking it's, you know, probably something from another dimension, or maybe they are the technicians that just come to fix this matrix that we're living in.
Y en esos momentos, después de ser una superestrella, llenar los estadios y oír a miles de personas gritar tu nombre y decirte que te aman, luego cuando llegas al hotel, en ese momento, solo en una ciudad desconocida, ¿te puede ese contraste?
Yeah, it was.
¿Duele esa soledad?
Yeah. I think huge success and tens of thousands of people going, yes, at you is a mindfuck anyway. You know, it definitely was for me. I had very low self-esteem, but this huge success was going on outside, and it just collapsed my brain. Now I'm 42, and I've got a wife, and I have kids, and I have a job, and my job is to go out there and entertain, and now it all makes sense. Before, when this was happening, I was on tour, and I was just by myself, and there was no other reason of doing this other than to, you know, fill the gaps where there was gaps in my confidence or my ego. But now I'm a dad and I go to work, and so the audiences and my place with them, and then they're going back to the hotel. Now it makes sense. It's daddy's job, it's just what I do.
¿Cuál es el lado más oscuro de tu éxito?
The dark part of my success. Look, I have always had depression, and for a long time I didn't know that I had depression, and I didn't know that it was part of my makeup. So the darkest part for me was living untreated with depression. And then, you know, you have to do something about something because you're in a position where life isn't interesting, you have no passion, everything makes you sad, and you are sad. And, you know, life is intolerable when you feel that way. So, I don't know if it's the dark side of the music industry, because it's not, it was just the dark side of my soul. But now I am treated, now I understand what it is, and my life is better because, you know, I have more knowledge about it.
Me parece muy útil que alguien como tú, con su experiencia, sirva de ejemplo en este momento a muchas personas que nos están viendo y que tal vez estén en un pozo de sus vidas, ¿no? En un momento oscuro. ¿Cómo ganas esa batalla?
How do I win? Well, look, you know, the way I medicated my depression was by drinking and taking drugs, and I took it so far that I nearly died quite a few times, and life was unmanageable. Unfortunately, my manager at the time had been sober for like 10 years, 12 years, and he knew what to do, you know, he knew to put me into rehab, make me go to AA meetings, go to see a therapist. So I did all of those things, and I got better.
¿Y cómo es la vida? Mi canción favorita de este nuevo disco tiene el sello de Ed Sheeran, con quien empezó esta aventura llamada Real, en esta misma ciudad. Esa canción se llama Pretty Woman.
Yeah, Pretty Woman. I was in my room one night and my wife had gone to sleep, and sort of bored, and my brain was always worried. I'm always worried about something. It's not the kids, the football, the music, the something, and I'm like, you're running out of time, you're running out of time. You haven't got a hit, you haven't got a hit, you haven't got a hit, get a hit, get a hit, get a hit. How are you going to get a hit? I was like, ding, I know Ed Sheeran. I'll email Ed Sheeran. So I emailed Ed Sheeran and said, mate, it's Robbie. Have you got any spare hits? And he said, well, what about this? They sent this track over and it's called Pretty Woman. And it's nearly all there, the track. And I thought it needed a chorus. So I added a chorus to it and it became the fully formed track, which is called Pretty Woman That You Like. So I'm glad that you like it. I have to thank Ed Sheeran for that song.
Ed Sheeran es muy grande.
Yeah, he's a great man. He's incredibly talented and his reputation goes before him. Everybody that comes into contact with him sort of like are overwhelmed by what a kind person he is. And he's ultra talented. But it's not very often that when anybody speaks of somebody in this industry, the first thing they say is what a lovely person. And that goes a long way in my book. Don't leave me. This is Angels.
Robbie es un luchador. Hasta cuando se acaban las fuerzas y parece que no hay esperanza, las tiene. Y si no las tiene, es solo para una cosa. Robbie no tiene fuerzas para rendirse.
So I've been blessed with a shitload of luck. And God bless you, thank you God for bestowing upon me this amount of luck. More luck than one person deserves. And I'm not very confident really, but I'm really brave. I realised that in the last few weeks, is the confidence has never been real. And I think to myself, well, I must. The most simple thing, to win the lottery, you've got to buy a ticket. And that's the same for life. You've just got to keep turning up. Buy the ticket. You might win the lottery. You probably will. You know, you have a dream and you want it badly enough. I think you can fulfill your dreams. I don't know. And then I think you just have to be lucky. I wish you all the luck in the world.
La muerte abrazó a Robbie en sus momentos más oscuros. La gloria, a veces, no es tan bonita como la pintan. Tal vez entendamos ahora por qué Robbie Williams es más que un artista. Fuera de su música, fuera de sus conciertos y de sus excentricidades, ¿por qué pasará a la historia?
Music inspires life.